Okay, there's a couple of things I want to talk about. It's going to seem a bit sporadic. I'm going to seem all over the place. But by the end, I think you'll see how it's all connected together. I decided on making this a few days ago, so it's not as fresh in my mind, but I'm sure the things that I wanted to address will come to mind as I go through it all. I have a couple of notes, but nothing crazy like I usually do where I'm reading off. No, not this time, just a couple. What I wanted to discuss was something I was going through, something I was feeling in relation to where I'm at and where I'm headed with this YouTube thing and how it's changed, evolved over time. Because at first I was doing gaming videos, that was going to be the thing that I was going to do, because that's what the stuff I was consuming, and that's the stuff that I did in my life. Over time, a lot of that has changed. So many of those things have changed. And while I was thinking about this, I started to think about things that I wish I had or wish I knew when I was younger, and all these, not regrets, but it would have just been nice if I had known better or was the person closer to the person that I am today than I was back then. And I was thinking about how vague certain things were in my mind in the past. Things that not necessarily let go as concepts, not all the time. They were not things that I've always, that were just wrong, straight up wrong. Sometimes they were, but other times they just weren't clear. They were vague. When you're young, and you basically know nothing when you're young. When you first come out, you know nothing, and then over time, what you're accumulating is oftentimes, if you don't have someone that gives you that says what it is, truly, whatever it is, the idea, whatever the concept is, they're just things taken as a given. They're vague. Vagueness built on vagueness, built on vagueness, built on vagueness. But I don't know what day it was. No, I do, but I remember the day. I don't remember what date it was, is what I meant to say. But, where that vagueness, I had realized I had wanted to not have it anymore. For things to not be vague. A point in my life in which I realized I wanted to discover truth, if you will. And that's not to say that I didn't before, but it was just not as clear as it is now. It just wasn't. And I wouldn't have known that if I never explored, if you will. Never considered that I might have something off or wrong or just not complete. When I was watching an interview, I was watching Rosalia. And this person, she knows like a million languages. She's a pop artist. And you know me, I love pop. Don't know what she's saying ever, but I like pop and I like Rosalia stuff. I like it. I wish I knew more of what she's saying, but now spoke so many languages in her newest album. That's gonna take a minute if I ever try to even approach that. Okay. But she was saying, the host of the interview was asking her, or telling her, they were telling her that you're asking a lot of your audience to have them consume her new album because it's such a deviation away from her previous works. And her response was that she knew that. The answer was yes, but that for her as a musician, she had to be constantly growing, changing, evolving. But I want to place an emphasis on the growing part because, you know, this is what she chose to do with her life. This is the thing she does as a career. So for her to just, right, even in a music as an artist, despite what people will tell you, we are pursuing what makes sense and what doesn't, eradicating what does not, and sticking to what does. It doesn't mean you can't vary. There's no variation. That's not what that means. But ultimately, we don't come out the womb and just know anything. As a musician, she wanted to change, explore different styles, see what she likes about this style, what she doesn't like about this style, what's bad about this style, what's good about this style, about this music history, some of this history, but she expressed that she wanted to keep going, not just, oh, well, this album did real good, so I'm going to try to repeat this formula, which is what I feel like, but I don't know, right? I don't know, but I feel like happened with Sabrina Carpenter's new album, because I wasn't that fond of the newest one, but the one prior to 2025, I think it was, the one prior to that, she killed it. She killed it, but this new one, and I already have a video out about the old one, but this new one seemed like it was trying to replicate something, and there was just no point of that. And that doesn't mean you can't expand upon something you've already done. But that's not what I got from that. That's not what I got from it. What I got from it was a sequel that wasn't as good. That's what I got from it. And I guess I should have seen it coming when she referred to it as an era that, but it was only a year later that she put out her next album. And I guess the era is not over for her. But this is what I'm talking about. Going back to how I started. As I move forward, and I learn, and I do the thing, right? Things start vague. Like when you first approach something, you have all these assumptions, maybe. It'd be nice if you didn't, but oftentimes you have some assumptions about how things work, how things are, what's true and what's not. And you're constantly working on change and pursuing what's actually true. Constantly over and over and over. Some things you were right about, and it's being reinforced through different examples. It's being proven over and over and over again that this is true. When I saw that podcast, okay, it's very rare that I watch podcasts of famous people, and I'm talking about really famous celebrities, and get crazy, insightful things from them. It's rare for me. It is. It's rare for me. And I do follow some of these people quite closely. I can't do what I used to do on YouTube. I can't do it. I've tried. I wanted to return. I have a video out there where I wanted to return to entertainment type stuff. And I'm still going to do music and other things that are entertainment. But right now, I've become quite obsessed with something else in my life. And that's what my YouTube has to be about right now. It just has to be. Otherwise, I'd be posing, if you will. I'd be trying to pursue something I don't give a damn about just because I think it'll get clicks, views, and it's not gonna go anywhere if I don't care about it. People say, some people on YouTube, and there's no doubt about this, some people do say this. They say this genre of YouTube is dead. So click on my link and find out what genre actually works, because they're just trying to sell something. They're trying to sell despair so you will buy their false hope. So I don't know why anybody that did watch some of my content, why they were ever there, I'll be honest. And my views go up and down like crazy. But there's going to be some drastic changes. I said I was going to spam a few days ago, but I ended up not doing it because I was still in conflict with what I used to be, what my YouTube used to be. But there's been, and Rosalia interview is an example, there's been constant inspiration that's been quite positive from the things I've been doing outside of my YouTube. So the spam is coming. The spam's coming. My computer's dead at the moment, so that's also a reason why nothing's been going on. But the spam is coming.